happened. So it just wasn't being fed to the algorithm. There was something going on wrong. So I just hung it up, and I was 27 minutes into it, and I've had some good stuff. But I'm going to save it, so I still have a good video for using for shorts and stuff like that, because that's what I use this for as well. But anyway, the Shaun Campbell 2.0, guys. So if you're seeing me on here, come check out the video. I'm talking about ways to stay motivated. So part 2, we're going to jump right onto the positive shit I was talking about. Basically, ways to, like, the reason why I've even come up with this idea of talking about this is because just yesterday I got an email from a client I'm working with here with a 90-day transformation that she's been doing it for like 2 weeks, and she hasn't seen the weight scale move. Okay, and she's very discouraged by that. So I'm trying to let people know there's many different ways to track progress and to see that the program is working other than just weight loss. Can't rely everything on the weight scale. Okay, the weight scale isn't everything. Yes, the weight scale, when everything starts aligning and you start getting in a rhythm, the weight scale will start moving, but it might not move right away, or some weeks it might not move as much as others. Like, okay, but her weight, it's not like anything crazy happened. She just stayed the same weight. But the funny thing is, this person told me about 5 really positive things that have been happening these first 2 weeks, but then dwelled on that one thing that the weight scale is exactly. Say, for example, she weighed 145, let's just say. So day 1, she weighed herself 145. A week into it, she's 145. And a week later, she's 145. Okay, so she's thinking, "Oh my God, I feel so crappy. I can't believe it. All this work and how good I'm feeling, that I'm getting no progress." But she already told me she's feeling better. She's feeling like her old self. She's even thinking about, "Oh my God, I might even compete again," because she's 60 years old. Okay, this person, and all this stuff. She's telling me all this positive stuff, and her joints are feeling better. She feels like she's eating more healthy. I've also had her increase her protein and increase her water intake. We haven't counted her calories at all, because I don't want to get. I'm trying to make this all lifestyle changes. Like, so she's all these positive things she's telling me. She's feeling better. She's feeling great. She's feeling like her old self. The weight room's going great. Everything's going great, but her weight scale hasn't moved, so the whole fucking week sucks, basically, right? So I'm basically trying to tell you guys, and this goes for anyone, and not just for the weight loss journey, just any type of goal you're having. There's other ways to track the goal. Okay, especially if it's a physique goal or a healthy lifestyle goal. Do you feel better? Yes. Okay, this is positive. How about start tracking your weightlifting in the gym, so you can see if your weightlifting, if your reps are going up or the weight you're using is going up. These are progress, because all progress is good. It doesn't necessarily have to be just the weight scale. Some people's goal might not even be the weight scale. That might not be anything of it at all. Some people might want to gain weight, right? Or whatever. How are your clothes fitting? You said you wanted to change your body and feel better about yourself, and now you're telling me that your clothes are fitting a little looser, but your weight stayed the same, so it sucks. You just told me your clothes feel better, fit better. You feel better. You're feeling like the old self. You're eating healthier. You're going to the gym. Okay, now explain to me what's going wrong here. Why we're not having a positive first 2 weeks of this 9-day transformation? Because when we start having factors like you're overweight for yourself, right? We add factors like make sure you eat more protein, make sure you drink more water, make sure you're going to the gym and working out with weights. In 2 weeks, yeah, there's a possibility your weight's not going to change because everything's all new to you. You got a lot of factors in play here. Another thing is, guys, remind yourself why you did this in the first place, why you're on this journey. Are you on this journey for a quick fix, or are you on this journey for a lifestyle, right? Most people, or every person I work with, we're always going to talk about lifestyle, unless you're getting ready for a competition or something. That's a quick fix. Not a quick fix, but it's a goal, but we also got to realize that once this goal's done, if you're competing in a show, that you're still doing lifestyle changes, and you got to still maintain some of these habits, just not as strict. Because there's a difference between a sports-specific goal or a physique competition goal. These are different things. They're different phases. But I want you to be overall a healthy, fit person for a lifestyle, especially when it's natural. We're all drug-free here. I'm not going to incorporate any drug use of any sort. So anyways, Yeah. So just know there's different ways to monitor things, and progress is progress, guys. The weight scale does not have to be. The weight scale is not the indicator. This isn't fucking 1980s. And I'm not putting people on a crash diet. I could put people on a crash diet and they could lose 2 pounds, 2 to 5. Actually, I could probably lose a lot of weight initially real quick. If we go on a crash diet, you're not going to say, oh, I feel great, I feel good. No, you're going to say, I look great, I look good, I lost weight, but I feel like shit and I don't know if I can ever maintain this and I don't know how I'm going to live a life like this because I hate this life, but I lost the weight. That's not the goal because that's easy. Okay, well, this is what you eat. Stop eating all carbs. Drink a lot of water. Stop eating all carbs. Walk 20,000 steps a day. And I'll see you next week. So if you're willing to don't write this down. That is not at all what I prescribe. But if someone did that, you are going to lose weight. The weight scale will drop. Does that mean I'm a good coach? No, it means I suck. And I put you on a fucking I set you up for failure also because you're going to be sabotaged like a motherfucker. When this is over, you're going to rebound like you've never seen. You're going to hate the process and it's not going to be worth it. You're going to have learned nothing. People don't realize I'm also teaching lifestyle habits through the 90-day journey because that's my goal as well. Because I want to be a lifestyle change, a transformation of your mind, a transformation of your body, a transformation of your lifestyle. There's much more to it. See, I'm not a 20-year-old guy anymore where all I gave a shit about was what does your physique look like. I don't give a shit if you eat cardboard and fucking chicken breasts. If you're shredded on stage, then we did good. That's not what we're doing here. There's not going to be any drastic measures. There's not going to be any unhealthy approach. There's going to be effort. There's going to be discipline. There's going to be times where you think, oh my God, this sucks because it's the discipline effort. It's not easy to change. It's not easy to follow a healthy diet. It's not easy to get to the gym on a regular basis. It's not easy to not give up on yourself. It's not easy to say no to certain things you enjoy doing. Maybe it's drinking. Maybe it's going out partying. Maybe it's eating a whole pizza to yourself. Maybe it's whatever it is, right? It's not easy to say no to these things. That's why we got to slowly introduce these things to you. Okay, I'm glad to see there's people in the comments because I did part 1 of this live and then I said, no, I'm just going to hang this shit up because I feel like there's something wrong with YouTube. And there was, obviously, because look at how you guys are rocking and rolling with me here right now. A lot of people, and I'm going to have light here so I can read it now. Yeah, part 1 basically was getting nobody. Okay, I know some of these things are crazy comments I'm seeing here right now, but I'll just address one of them about, I'm not going to address exactly how you word it, but you can get enough protein to gain muscle. I'm just going to give you cheap ways to get protein sources. That's just a topic, a fun topic for us right now. Know what's really cheap to get a really good amount of protein and calories? Can of tuna, man. A can of tuna basically will give you about, I think it's about 30 grams of protein. And in some places you can get for like $1.50. That's Canadian, right? So I don't know what it is wherever you are around the world. It's always pretty cheap. Eggs are pretty cheap to some degree. Just eat the whole eggs, then you get all the fats, all the protein. Like that's a cheap source. So eggs and tuna and milk, if you like milk, or if you like Greek yogurt, you can find the no-name Greek yogurt for very cheap, and it's really high in protein. So if you eat foods like that, it's not even expensive to get all the protein source, enough protein you need to build muscle. And then, of course, you got to do stimulus like working out with weights, or if you don't even, say if this guy's saying he has no money, say you have no money even for the weight room, just doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, free body weight squats, you can get a good workout or good enough workout. You can get creative and eat enough protein. You can have a nice physique, a nice healthy physique, but you got to be consistent. Just consistent with your protein intake, consistent with getting enough calories in, consistent with getting your workouts in. Then you have to be able to put the right amount of effort into your workouts, right? So that's just a little tip there for the person who asked me about saying they don't have enough money to get enough protein or whatever the hell it is, right? Yeah, so if anyone's new on here, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. I give a lot of advice on working out, all that kind of stuff. I'm launching the 90-Day Warrior, which is a transformation of your mind, body, and lifestyle, okay? And that could be whatever your goal is. Like we can, within this 90-day transformation, I can transform you onto the right path for if you want to build the best physique possible, or if you want to lose weight, or you just want to feel better, or you just want to be a healthier version of yourself, or whatever it is, or you want to get the perfect beach body. Whatever your goal is, we can factor it into the 90 days, the 90-day challenge, right? The 90-day warrior. Because the 90-day warrior, we're all workout warriors, no matter what your goal is. If you're trying to improve yourself through health and fitness, whatever your goal is, you are a workout warrior. Okay? So 90-Day Warrior is the program. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that shit under the same handle. I'm on YouTube under the same profile picture. Okay? So if you see my profile picture, and you see that profile picture on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, that's me, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Okay, originally this video, what's it about? Staying motivated when things are tough. Remember why you started the journey to be a more healthier, fit version of yourself. Remember that. Maybe write it down. At the beginning of your journey, also take pictures, take before pictures so you can refer back to those to see how far you've come. Or take some girth measurements. Like that means tape measurements around your chest, around your stomach, around your arms, around your legs, and then refer back to them, because I don't want you getting caught up like some people do, caught up on just the weight scale, right? Because the weight scale, sure, it's a great way to track progress. It's not the only way. Also, track your weights, your workouts. Yeah, track them. So write down your workouts, write down the weights you use, all that kind of stuff, because progress is progress. If you were doing bench press with 110 pounds for 10 reps, and now you're doing 120 pounds for 10 reps, that's progress, guys. Yeah, the weight scale didn't change, but you just showed that you have progress. That must mean you gained some muscle too. There's no way you did all that and didn't gain muscle. Yeah, so you got to track many things. Track your energy levels. If you're one of these people who like to journal things and you're really in tune with how your body feels and all that kind of stuff, take notes and remember that. Like, you're feeling better, you feel better about yourself, because having self-confidence or feeling good about yourself is also a byproduct of taking care of yourself. So that's another thing you can gauge and be proud of with your progress. Not just the weight scale. Don't let the weight scale bring you down. That drives me nuts, because I'm, like I said earlier, I'm working with some people in the Transformation Challenge, and they're so old, maybe they're old school, or just so ingrained in us that the weight scale is everything. The weight scale is one of the things that we're gauging. Like shit, if you're really in tune with yourself, you can just sit there and look at yourself in the mirror. That's why pictures are great. Pictures speak 1,000 words. Take your pictures and look at them. Pictures don't lie. Weight scale is not going to tell you the picture, the exact picture, because if I stay on the scale and I'm 200 and you stay on the scale, you're 200, does that mean we look the same? No. We both carry 200 pounds different. There's some people that are in really good shape and really bad shape, and they weigh, say, 150. 150 when they're not in good shape, they have a lot of body fat and all that kind of stuff, right? So their body composition's all different. And then they can weigh 150 but be all lean and ripped because they gain muscle. Say they gain 10 pounds of muscle mass and they lost 10 pounds of the body fat. So their whole composition is different, but they're still 150 pounds. So the weight scale is not everything. People got to remember that. And also water intake. Most people, when they start a fitness journey, one of the first things they do is start drinking more water. So the first couple weeks, your weight might not change because you're drinking more water. You maybe your body, because your body will absorb a lot of water, because especially if you're not used to holding it. If maybe you were dehydrated, right? Maybe you weren't drinking near enough liquids and water. Just pay attention here. Whoops. My phone's also sliding out of the holder, so I might have to like grab it in a second when I hit a light. Again, guys, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Subscribe to my channel. I give a lot of good workout information, a lot of good tips, and I'm starting to turn a new leaf here that I really wanted to affect people on a broad broader category, a broader whatever scale. Okay, because I'm known for running natural bodybuilding competitions, and at one point they were huge. Like I was making a really good living from all this, and it was a really strong passion of mine. It still is a passion of mine, but I want to figure out a way to really hit the everyday person. All right, affect the everyday person, because the people who do physique competitions are 1% of people, right? I want to be a part of the lifestyle change of a great amount of people. Help people become, like, basically bring out their inner warrior, their inner workout warrior. That's where 90-day warrior. I can help you with your goals no matter what they are. And if it's a goal bigger than 90 days, these 90 days are just what's going to get you started on track for this goal. Because if you say you want to lose 100 pounds, we're not going to do that in 90 days. We could do that. Like, you might see people do it on the internet and all this kind of shit, but they do some kind of crash diet, or they do some kind of surgery, or something crazy involved, which is not realistic and not a long-term, something they can follow for a long-term goal. Like, realistically, if you lost, say if you're very overweight and lost 30 pounds in the 90 days, and that's on the high end, right? That's a great start. Maybe your goal is to lose 100, because we're doing lifestyle. Because what are you going to do? Drop all this weight, then stop the plan, stop the goals? No, these lifestyle approaches, once the weight comes off, it came off for a reason, because you changed your lifestyle habits. You have to maintain this. That's why this world, we got to stop this quick fix shit, because if quick fixes never last, typically. But slow and steady wins every fucking time, guys. If you make small changes to your lifestyle at a small pace that's attainable and realistic to yourself, that you can handle, eventually, before you know it, you've made huge goals and you've come a long way. Like, you see these people that are really healthy and fit and all this kind of stuff, especially older people. The younger people, that's a different ballgame, because there's genetics and all that kind of shit. And like, some of these kids, younger people, even myself, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you have a great body. Don't know what you're doing. But no matter who you are, what kind of genetics you are, if you're 50 like myself and you're in great shape like I am, I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I didn't do any no fucking quick fixes, no nothing, no TRT, no steroids, no drugs, no nothing, right? But I've developed lifestyle habits that I maintain all year round. And my lifestyle habits are what I'm going to help you guys out with. Everyone's different, and everyone have their own little tricks and to the trade and all that kind of stuff, and their own approach to things. But you've got to find, what do you like doing when you work out? What kind of foods do you enjoy? Because if you don't enjoy your workouts and you don't enjoy the lifestyle you're living, you're not going to stay to it. If you enjoy the workout, like if you say, oh, Shaun, I want to do exactly what you're doing, but I fucking hate bodybuilding workouts. Okay. You think you're going to stick to the bodybuilding workouts when I'm done working with you? No. You're going to fucking drop them in a fucking heartbeat. But if you tell me, oh, I love doing the circuit training type style, I like doing classes, I like doing boot camps, okay, then that's what your focus should be, because that's what you love to do. I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to do something you're going to stick with. Or I've always wanted to run a marathon. I've always wanted to be a part of a running group. I was always just too afraid because I'd blah, blah, blah. Then join a running group, and that's what you're going to put your focus on, because that's what you enjoy. Like, I'm not going to join a running group. I really enjoy the bodybuilding style workouts. No matter what I mean, if I'm not getting ready for bodybuilding shows, I like that feeling, like the gym pump and all that kind of stuff. I like that. It makes me feel good. And it makes my day feel great. Like, if I'm having a bad day and I get in there and get that pump going in the biceps and the chest and the blood flowing, I feel great. I feel good. I feel good about myself. I feel alive. But imagine if I didn't even like doing those workouts and I'm having a bad day. Do you think I'm going to go to the gym and do that shit? Because that's just like torture. It's like, okay, my day's going bad already. Now I got to go do this fucking stupid chest, shoulder, tricep workout that I don't like doing. So that's why you got to find something you enjoy that's going to make you feel good, and do it. Or maybe you want to join like a basketball league, or you want to join a slow pitch team or something, anything like that. Anything that gets you moving and feeling good about yourself and is healthy for you is great. Or martial arts even. I think martial arts is a great one for people to do. Because not only do you get yourself in better shape and fit and all that stuff, you also learn a little bit of stuff you could possibly use for just to know that you can defend yourself, even if you never use it in a day in your life, to know that you know a few little things about defending yourself. That'll make you feel good and give you peace of mind as well, right? And it's always good knowing, say, even if you're like an expert, like you're black belt jujitsu and all this, it's just always fun knowing that, hey, if things went wrong right now, I can handle this shit. Or a black belt in taekwondo or whatever. If things went wrong right now, I got this shit to the best of my abilities. I know what to do. So that's where martial arts, and also it gets you healthy and fit. Build your self-confidence, builds structure, builds discipline. That's awesome. But for me, that's not what I like. So I don't like the structure, right? I will get what's in, I will eat healthy, but I don't like being told exactly what time to do it at. We're all different. Some people want 100% structure. Like they might say, Shaun, your approach is fucking crazy. You need to tell me exactly what time to do it. That's the kind of guy I am. I need to know before my day starts. At 6 p.m. I will be in the gym. I will be done by 7. I will have my protein shake at 7:30. They need that. I just need to know I'm going to the gym today sometime. That's how I roll. And I'll get in there sometime. Like it all depends on what my day's like, right? Everyone's different. You got basically what it comes down to is most of the principles about effort, about consistency, about intensity, they're all ones that stay true, right? And calories in, calories out, all that kind of stuff stays true. But the one variable that can change is what kind of workouts are you doing? What kind of foods are you eating? Like all these things can change. What kind of lifestyle do you live? Everyone has a different lifestyle. Everyone has a different personality. I don't like to be told. I don't like to have which is not not having good structure is kind of tough at times, right? Especially when you're self-employed like I am, right? And not wanting to do things on certain timelines and stuff, like doing it on my own timeline. That's kind of tricky. So you do have to bend at some bit, right? So I do respect the people that are very good at being structured and disciplined. I love that. What's that saying the kids are saying? I love that for them. But for me, it doesn't really work. I try. Like sometimes I do. That's why even sometimes I'll commit myself to things just to force myself to have a timeline on something. Like, yeah, for example, I run events. I do have to have some bit of a discipline with timelines because there's an event happening on, say, June 14th. I have a Montreal show, a natural bodybuilding show. I'm running. So obviously I have to be everything prepared by June 14th. So there's some structure. And there's also the funny thing is to say within my no structure, that is the structure. The structure is that there's no structure because I will get everything done on timelines. Like within the day, if I got to say, for example, I'm doing chest, back, all these different workouts. I'm doing 5 different workouts this week, but I got to get them all in on different days. I will get them all in. I couldn't, like some people could map out the whole week and tell you exactly what time they're going to do all these things. I'm not going to commit to any time frame I'm doing all these things in, but I will commit to that between Monday and Sunday, I'm getting all those workouts in. I will guarantee it because I know who I am. I will get every workout in that I said I was going to. And the calories for the day, that I said I would do, I'm doing it. If I say we're eating 2,000 calories today and I'm getting 175 grams of protein, that's happening by the end of the day. I don't know what time I'm going to eat my meals. I don't know anything, but I know what the calorie count's going to be at the end of the day. It's that simple, guys. It's not that complicated. Okay, guys, I'm going to. Okay, guys, we're here. We are at the destination. I got 10 minutes still to talk in here, so now I can read now because the car's parked. I'm stopped. You say you're always in a calorie deficit, you're skinny, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you got to eat more food then, my friend, and get some workouts in. Okay, we're stopped here, guys. If anyone wants to talk to me, they got some videos posted as well that I just put up yesterday. I put up a video about TRT is not natural, testosterone replacement therapy, because you got a lot of these young guys on TikTok and all these things bragging about being on testosterone replacement therapy like it's a cool thing, and it's not necessary, right? But they're like promoting it that it's a good thing, which is not. So TRT is not the answer, guys. And if you're doing my shows or natural shows or calling yourself a natural bodybuilder, you're on TRT. You are not natural. How is injectable testosterone natural? Okay. So I did a video on that. So go watch that because I go on and kind of rant on it. And I talk a lot. It's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. I'm not being funny. I'm not cracking jokes. But when I watch it back, it is kind of funny. Watching myself yelling about it and shit. It's kind of funny. So you got that about TRT. And I'm dropping a video tonight. It's already uploaded to YouTube, but it's not. I got it set to what launch or whatever tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's about Wes Watson, what he's been up to lately, and his crazy rants he's been having. And I got video clips in there too, as well. So it's really cool. So go watch that. It's basically about Wes Watson's rants. He talks about race. He gets racist, but I don't feel comfortable with that shit. Like I hate people talking about that shit. So it kind of, I briefly talked about it, but I wasn't going to repeat the shit he said, right? So I didn't even want to put his video up of him saying all this crazy shit. You can look it up. You can look it up, like Wes Watson racist rant. Look that up if you want. Because typically I would share the video clips of him doing all this crazy shit. But that's one I didn't want to share. I just didn't feel comfortable with it. Because I don't even I'm not comfortable with these words he was using and stuff, right? And if anyone knows me also, this ain't the only reason why, but I also have like, whatever, mixed kids, right? Both my daughters are, whatever you want to call it, black and white, right? I don't know what the proper way, politically correct way to say that is, right? So they're both, yeah. So I'm not comfortable at all. I don't like N words. I don't like just racist comments. I don't like saying the stuff like they say to be like these idiots say. And Wes Watson was saying some fucking dumb shit. Like I even said in my video, I'm gonna play this video, but I said no. Once I heard what he's saying, like I can't, like I didn't even feel uncomfortable watching the shit, let alone fucking sharing it. Cause I don't want my name associated with any of this shit he's saying. Even if it's just like Shaun shared this shit, like even if I was talking bad about it, like this guy's an asshole, but I still shared it. So I didn't even, I refused to share the shit. But I shared the thing about him saying he can take on UFC fighters. That was a funny one. Like he basically said that UFC fighters are a bunch of pussies and they're squares. They don't know how to. They basically guys who learn to fight are girls that because they couldn't fight. It's just the stupidest analogy ever. Basically, anyone these top UFC guys, anyone over 170 would kick the shit out of Wes Watson in a fight. But what he's trying to say is there's a difference between vicious and good fighter, right? Vicious people will basically kill you, is what he's saying, right? He's basically saying, yeah, you might beat me in a fight, but I will come back and shoot your whole family. Like, that's kind of the analogy he was using. He's like, oh my God, I understand what you're saying. Like, how about you just don't fight anybody? Like, how about I don't, because even if I knew martial, like these UFC fighters, they know martial arts and they could probably, damn it, they could hurt a lot of people, but they're disciplined enough not to do that shit. Like they don't go around doing this shit. That's their job. This fighting is a job to them. They don't go around beating people up. Because someone who practices fighting 8 hours a day, every day for 20 years, you don't think they're going to kick the shit out of me? I practice fighting 0 hours of 365 days a year. I do not practice fighting. I don't go around fighting. Okay. So someone who's a trained fighter is going to beat me up in a fight. Like a professional fighter, I don't have a chance. Unless you're a shitty professional fighter, then who knows? I'm just joking. Because I do have a bit of a wrestling background, so I do have some mind muscle memory, like from wrestling and all this kind of stuff, and I was pretty good at it. So I'm pretty strong as I work out with weights and all this stuff. So I'm still mobile. So for my age, I can move around pretty good, right? So I feel confident in myself. Like if there's some altercation ever happened, which it never will, but if it ever did, I feel confident that I at least know what to do. Like I know how to handle the situation. I'm not going around picking fights with people. I'm not going around wanting to fight people. I'm not going around threatening people. That's not my vibe. But anyways, guys, so I'm here. Yes, I'm going to go in here right now. Thanks for stopping by. Subscribe to the channel. It's Shaun Campbell 2.0 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that jazz. And yeah, so there's Wes Watson videos dropping tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Shaun Campbell 2.0 on YouTube. It's dropping at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a doozy. It's fun. And I got the video clips of all the crazy shit. It's not just me talking. It's me that can even show him what I talk about what he said, then I show you what he said, right? So you get a lot of good coverage in there. Anyways, thanks for checking out the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Talk to you later.